Hi everybody, I'm Joey and I'm here with Lunchtime Craft Time, which means a very cute project for you today. This one also has some sneak peeks of a couple things coming up. So let me just get on my, I'm on my iPad, I have it down here and I just need to bring it up so I can see what you're seeing, and now that's up and working. And then I'll also, hi Arlene, I will also go to my laptop here and so I can see your comments, otherwise I can't see your comments. Hi Debbie, thank you so much, you're so sweet about sharing. If you are, sorry I'm stumbling over my words because I can't see my video coming up here. I'm trying to find where it is on my page so I can see your comments and I don't miss anything. Hi Christy. Okay, there we go. Had to just refresh my page. So now I can see your comments and they'll stay up. Debbie here, Southwest Michigan. I know a lot of people in Michigan. Debbie, are you a demonstrator? I know some demonstrators in Michigan that are good friends of mine. Okay, I'm trying to get my stuff out of the way here because I've got myself in kind of, everything is kind of in a clutter, but now it's better. Okay, hi Kay, welcome. Oh, thanks for sharing, so sweet. Thank you guys so much. Okay, I'm ready to go, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me make an adjustment on my camera. Debbie, you are a hobby demonstrator. Okay, I wondered, Chris Colley, Rhonda Wade, I'm trying to think of other people that are friends of mine there. Do you know those people by any chance? Okay, here goes my camera adjustment. Hang on a second. So here's my toolbar. I'm going upside down, and now you'll be right side up. And hopefully my camera is squared away fairly well. We'll see. Sometimes I have to adjust it after it gets going. Yes, thanks for commenting and sharing. And sharing is always caring. And thank you for ordering from me. This is the host code for this week. And you get some of the Pattern Party 6x6 paper, a sample of all of those, which is, well, let me just bring it up. It's the host gift that you can normally only get with a host order. It's in the back of the catalog if you have the catalog. It's on page, let's see, sorry about that, on page 171. This is one of my favorite catalog designer series papers ever, but the colors are bright and cheery, and then there's black and white on the other side. So it's just really beautiful. So that's my gift for using this host code. Okay, a little bit more housekeeping. So there is a sale on designer series paper. They're 15% off of selected papers, but there's some of my very favorite ones, like the Beauty of the Earth, the Hand Penned, we're going to look at that today. The Pansies, Sweet Symmetry, the Peach one, the Christmas paper we used last week, Tidings of Christmas. So those are all 15% off, which is awesome. So this is a card we made last week with the Tidings of Christmas designer series paper. It is a pinwheel card, a towering pinwheel. And this goes to Cheryl Pardee. Cheryl, I spelled your name wrong, but I was not supposed to say Shirley. It's supposed to be Cheryl. And this will go to Cheryl. If you're watching, Cheryl, I do have your address, and actually I think you're going to be at my house this week. So I'll have that waiting for you. So you can enjoy that, and you can have your own very own sample. So when you do comment, and share, I put your name in a drawing to get what I'm showing this week, which is a sweet little card with a stamp set that might have not caught your attention in the catalog because it didn't attract my attention initially. So this is called Shaded Summer, and there's two floral images obviously and some greenery, but there's a lot of really nice greetings. So there's thank you, love you, happy birthday, you know, friendship, just lots of greetings. So I thought we would use this today. because I have a sneak peek to show you of things that are going to be available starting in August. Okay, I'm getting out my stamp and grabbing my ink. I think I'm grabbing my ink. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm in such disarray, because yesterday I prepped, how many? 63 cards, 21 of 3 different cards for swaps with my fellow demonstrators. And then I also made this card for my team. We're getting together tonight, and so I made this one for them, and I thought I would share it with you today too. So it's a little hectic. My ink pad was next to the side of my box, standing up, and I couldn't see it from from where I was sitting. Okay, so this makes a beautiful image here. You could color it if you stamped it in black, or some other colors. You could color it in, but we're not going to color it as such today. But we are going to take our Wink of Stella, and I have 2 here. One is almost empty. I might have to just try them and see. I think it might be this one. I just want to use it up before I don't know. I started another one. I thought this one was just about dry, and it wasn't quite. So I pulled it out the other day and went, oh, there still has some Wink of Stella in it. So what Wink of Stella also does is it pulls the color a little bit. Works a little bit like a water pen. Now, it's not going to show up. I noticed it's not pulling in the Highland Heather very much, but on some colors it will really pull it in. And I'm just coloring the whole flower just to give it a little pizzazz and a little sheen. This is very easy. If you're just watching this for the first time, if you're a person thinking about learning to stamp, these are just some really easy, fun things you can do. I don't know if I got the center, to add some dimension to your card. So Wink of Stella, it's paint on glitter, basically, is what it is. So I've got that all colored, and I did that first before my ink got super set, because I was hoping to just pull in a little bit more color. But I noticed yesterday when I did it, the Highland Heather doesn't really spread as much. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, I got your message. So, Kathy, it did go out in email. Kathy was asking me about this card design. It did go out in the email, and I've had some customers sending me photos of what the card they made with the tutorial. So it did go out. But Kathy, I'll contact you, and I'll make sure you have the tutorial. Okay, the next thing I want to show you are these dies. So these are called the Summer Shadows dies. So I just told you this was Shaded Summer. These go together. Now, if you're looking at the annual catalog, these don't show, because these are a celebration item coming up in August that you can earn for free with. I think this is a $50 purchase. I don't know. I don't have my book down here. It might be a $100 purchase. I'm sorry. I should know that. But it's coming in August. You can, and these dies, this die, obviously, it coordinates with this one. The leaves coordinates with this one. The flower goes on top of this one. So those dies are independent of the stamp set, actually. So there's several flower dies that are independent of the stamp set. So I'm going to take the die from the Shaded Summer, is that what I call it? Summer Shadows dies. And we're going to go ahead and die cut this. I had said when I did my unboxing video, if you haven't seen my unboxing video, make sure to check it out in the video section on my Create with Joey page. I showed all the things that I bought. I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered quite a bit. I don't have everything. I'll be still getting some more things, but I showed quite a bit, and I showed these dies there, as well as other dies that are going to be free with the purchase too. So just make sure you check that out. It's kind of a fun video. It's a long one because I ordered a lot of stuff. So bring your favorite drink and your pencil and your wish list, and make some notes of some things that are lots easier to see in a video than they are in a catalog. It's just always hard for stamping stuff to actually show up as pretty as it is from a catalog. It's just so much better to see it closer in person. Okay, so now we've got that. Oh, Kathy said it's $100 value for those dies. And I can see that because there's a lot of detailed dies in it and they're really nice. So with that would probably normally be a $35, probably a $35 set of dies, but you could get it free. So let's go ahead and keep going with our card. This is a fairly simple card, actually. I think I started to say earlier, I said when I did my unboxing, I probably wasn't going to show too many sneak peeks from now on, because I still have a lot to show from the annual catalog, because all that is new. And we're just getting started with that, it feels like. This is a piece of 3x4 DSP, and I'm mounting it on a piece of Highland Heather that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So just 1/8 taller and wider. Whoops. Here, let's do this. I don't know. I'm thinking ahead instead of where my mouth is talking. I'm thinking what I was going to say as opposed to what I'm actually talking about. Kind of a crazy week, because I have my team meeting tonight, and then I have those 63 swap cards that have to go out. Well, I want them to go out before we leave. We're leaving for a few days this weekend. Whoops, that's not centered. It's probably good enough. We're going to say it's good enough. This paper is the hand-penned paper. Let me grab that quick. So mine is kind of a hot mess because I love this paper and I've been using it a lot. It coordinates with the hand-penned suite, but it's floral, so you can use it with everything. But these are the papers that are in this. And this one is on sale. It's one of the ones that's on sale too. I think I mentioned that, but this is a really subtle, soft, it reminds me of wallpaper when I was little in my grandparents' house. Pale Papaya, a dotted one of Pale Papaya. This is mint macaron in stripes. And then you have more of the Misty Moonlight plus the mint macaron. And I think Bumblebee is the yellow. This was just Pale Papaya and Misty Moonlight. And then this one is, I don't know what that is. I don't think that's mint macaron. It might be. And the yellow is, they're calling this Daffodil Delight, but I think this goes better with So Saffron. I don't know if you can see that. I started out with my card, I was going to make it in So Saffron, and I ended up going with Highland Heather. But they're saying mint macaron is the green, and they're saying garden green. So yeah, that does look more garden green. If you're familiar with our colors, that is closer to garden green than it is anything else, I think. So that one's on sale. The price for that is $9.78, and it was $11.50. Okay, let's keep going. We do have actually one more thing we have to die cut, and that's the greeting. So I'm going to grab my stamp for the greeting and a little piece of scrap paper. Anyway, so I've been stamping with all new stuff this week for my swaps because they're holiday catalog swap groups. Well, and celebration. Whoops, I didn't stamp that very well, so let's turn it over. One set of 21 is for celebration. Dang it, what's going on? I can't seem to talk and stamp at the same time. You're like, well, that's just pretty much like every week that we watched you. Yes, I know that. Well, the Tuesdays of team meeting weeks are always a little more hectic because I have all the extra stuff. And tonight we're having a barbecue. So twice a year in December and in July, we do a team social, and that's tonight. We also have make and takes tonight too, and then we'll have a demonstration too, so we have lots going on. But Steve's gonna grill hamburgers, and everybody's bringing a dish to share. So I'm looking forward to that. We haven't done that for the past, we definitely didn't do it last July, we didn't do it in December. So there you go. But I'm happy we can do it now. I'm taking my Tasteful Touches dies, Tasteful Labels, I think they're called, and I'm taking, I know this is close to the camera, I'm taking this one to die cut with. And it just fits this little thank you from this summer set, this shaded summer. Now, I hadn't seen too many samples with this, but now I'm seeing lots more samples. And actually, there's a sample in the book that isn't on the page, the annual catalog that isn't on the page of the stamp set. It's actually advertising something else. And I saw that yesterday, and that was a really cute sample. So we might try that one this month sometime too. Okay, so these are stitched labels. And I don't think I've used this one before. If I have, I haven't used it very much. So there's our thank you. So now I think we're ready to make our card. Let me get this put away. You know, it's funny, as I was starting to say, I started this card, I had yellow in mind. So for summer, I was just thinking, our swap theme this month is summer. So pretty broad. And I just had in mind something yellow flowers. I was thinking flowers and yellow. That was my thought process. And here I am with purple. I just didn't like the way it was going together. I don't know. There was just something about it that I thought, I think I'm going to head for a different color. So I landed with Highland Heather, which is one of my favorite colors anyway. And lavender is a summer color, so that works. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Because it helps in hiding the adhesive on your vellum so it doesn't show. I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back of this flower. And then I'm going to adhere it to my vellum circle. So this is a vellum circle that is the second largest in the layering circles. It's probably hard to see. Let me pull a different color here. It's probably hard to see in the camera. But that's about the size of it, so you can see it a little better. And then I'm going to just adhere my flower here. The dimensional is going to hang off a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so there's that part. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll get it on this piece. But the reason I adhered it here first is so that when I do my dimensionals on the back of this piece, I do it where it's not going to be seen around the edge of the vellum. Does that make sense? So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals down there. Because the only thing about vellum, it's a beautiful layer to put on your cards, but the adhesive, most adhesive shows through, so you don't want that. And then we're going to just go ahead and adhere this to our card. And then we'll do some embellishments. So, whoops. I'm using a ribbon today that I did use on one of my swap cards. I used it on my Halloween swap card because the new Halloween paper coming out the 1st of August has purple in it along with orange and black. And I got it out to use with that card, and that's one of the reasons I headed for this card in purple, because I had this ribbon out, and I thought it's so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and use it on this card. So this is the ribbon. It's shimmery, but it's not called shimmer. In the title of the ribbon, it's Highland Heather. I think it's 3/8 inch grosgrain ribbon, or maybe 1/2 inch grosgrain ribbon. And I cut it in half because I wanted to pair it with a new ribbon. There's another new sneak peek for you of the white organdy glitter ribbon. Is that what it's called? Something like that. We have black right now. Glittered organdy ribbon in white. So white glittered organdy. And I also cut that in half. I just took my scissors and cut it right down the middle. Now I'm going to tie a bow that uses both of these at the same time. If you've watched my videos, I've got glue on my finger. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me do this with twine. Usually I only do it with twine. But I'm just treating it like one ribbon. So I'm going to pull this over. It's a little trickier with two ribbons that don't have the same, what do I want to say, same density, the same bendability. I don't know how to say it. Because the grosgrain is not as stiff as the white, so it's going to take me, I'm going to have to putz with this a little bit more than I would if we were just doing twine. Okay, so I'm just folding it over. Of course, you know, on video, things don't cooperate. I'll pull it through, and then we'll stick it back through this hole here. And I'll grab both. Whoops! Oh, I hope we're not going to have another week like last week. If you watched my pinwheel tower pinwheel card video, I got confused putting it together, which when I did my sample, I put it together in like 15 minutes. But I was on video, and there's always this added tension of you don't want to waste people's time. So I think if I'd have just been off camera and I got confused for a moment, I would have had it figured out in about 30 seconds. But since I was on camera, it took me longer than 30 seconds. So if you haven't watched that video, when you go back and watch it, you can just fast forward through that part until you actually see me putting the card together. And then from then on, it went really smoothly. Okay, so there's our pretty bow, our double bow. And I kind of, when I'm pulling this knot, I'm kind of bringing this loop down a little bit, my sparkle one, just so both loops show, like that. I want them both to show. Okay, so, and then here, I wanted this to show too. So I'm going to pull this one down so I can see both of these ribbons, and I'm going to tighten again. There we go. See, and then that lets both of those show. Then I'm going to just trim it up here a bit. And I like it, you know, it's going to fray a bit, but I kind of like that. This has been pretty popular lately. I've seen a lot of people doing these different kinds of ribbon, cutting them in half, and then letting them, you know, just making the ribbons thinner so you can use more different ribbons together, several different ribbons together is what I should be saying. And then I'm just going to put with mini glue dots, I'm going to put it down there. I think it's really sweet. Let's see if I can see your comments. Okay. I'm looking through the comments just to make sure. It looks like I'm not missing any questions. Okay, so, all right, so there we go. We're just going to do a little trimming here. I'm excited about this white glittered organdy. I like the black a lot too. But I do think of black, black a little bit more for Halloween and fall and winter. But black and white's good all year long too, so I just don't pull it out as much as I do during the fall when I'm kind of making Halloween. Okay, so there's that. And let's keep going. We're going to take our basic rhinestone and our dark Highland Heather. And I have one big one left, and I'm just going to color it. So I go around the edge like this to just make sure I get the very edges, and then I kind of go up on top of the rhinestone to get the color on it. You can also do this with your Stampin' Write markers if you have our water-based markers. Our Stampin' Blend markers are alcohol-based, but our Stampin' Write markers are water-based, which means you don't want to use them with black memento ink or any water-based ink. You don't want to use water-based markers with water-based ink. For water-based markers, you need StazOn, or you need to have it embossed with embossing powder. You can use our blends markers with any alcohol, or gosh, I can't talk today. So our blends markers are alcohol based, and you can use those with any of our water based inks. So I'm using them on rhinestones today, but you certainly could use them with any water-based ink. So Memento Black, and then all of our 48 colors, all of our ink colors. You can use all those with our blends markers. Okay, we're going to cut our dimensionals. I'm using up a pack, the end of my dimensionals here. And we've got our greeting. And we'll get that on. So a pretty sweet and pretty simple card, pretty straightforward. I like to share things with my team that if they want to use them for a workshop, they're fairly easy to do for a workshop. For a workshop with new customers, I would not do this bow. I would do something simpler, or just leave the ribbon off, because sometimes ribbon and new customers don't mix very well. They're intimidated by tying a bow. But so this is their swap card for tonight, showcasing a couple of the new products that are coming. So that is our Facebook. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the hearts, you guys. That's so sweet of you. Thanks very much. If you haven't liked and followed my page, make sure you do. So you don't miss anything, and set your notifications so you see my videos when I go live. Usually it's on Tuesday. Oh, thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. That's so sweet of everybody. Thanks so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time with me. I don't take it for granted. I know you're busy and you have busy lives, and so I really appreciate that you take the time to spend with me on Tuesdays. And I won't be back next Tuesday. I'll still be posting some, because I'm going to take my laptop, which is easier to post from than my iPad. But I'll be posting some. I think what I'll do for that pinwheel card is I will post a photo of it, and I will post a link to the PDF, to the PDF itself. Sometimes on my Facebook business page, they make that a little bit more challenging. They want you to boost everything, which means pay them to show more people your post. But if you scroll down, I'm going to attempt to do that. It won't be today because I have to finish getting ready for my team meeting. But if you missed the pinwheel card tutorial and you didn't get it through your email, which you should have gotten it because it did go out in my email. But check your junk folder. Maybe you're not getting all my emails. So if you didn't get it, you might check your junk folder and make sure it's not there, and then approve me to be able to go into your inbox. But I will try to put another link there and make sure you get it. I'll also put a link in the comments for my email list. So if you're new to me and you're not signed up for my email list, that's where I do post everything. I will post, I will include the tutorial for this card in my next email. Probably it will go out Thursday or Friday. So I've been putting my Facebook Tuesday cards, my tutorials on my in my emails. I've been attaching a link to my email, and last week I put free tutorial in the subject line so you couldn't miss it. And then my tutorials, I meant to show you actually. So my tutorials look like this, and I know it's backwards, but this is a photo of this week's card, and then there's a supply list, and then all the directions, and then a close-up. So that's what my tutorials look like, in case you're wondering, well, is it going to really help me? Between this and the video, it should give you everything you need to reproduce what I'm showing you. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope you've had a nice time watching today. Thanks so much for your sweet comments and your time with me today. I appreciate it. I'll see you in 2 weeks, I think. Well, for sure in 2 weeks, maybe before. I meant to say I might be here before, but next Tuesday, I know I won't be, because I think we'll be traveling that day. All right, my friends, thanks so much. See you next time, I hope. Bye-bye.